Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Married to the Road. Follow Larry and Angie Baum and their two fur babies, Gizmo and Bandit, as they trek across America, trying to make a difference in the trucking community. As the founders of Trucker Safety Info, they inform truckers about bad weather, construction, accidents, and more. Also the founders of Treat a Trucker, where they gift truckers with Walmart and food gift cards to show their appreciation to the American trucker. Follow their journey on Married to the Road on Facebook today.
Hello, Kathy. How are you?
I'm doing good. About yourself?
Pretty good. So welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us. So for those of you guys, Lori is in Louisville, Kentucky. She was planning on being on the show tonight, but they have had a busy 3 or 4 days at the truck show. Tonight was the last night of the truck show. It just ended a little bit ago. And they decided to go out to dinner with their bosses. So I said, go enjoy and have a steak for me. And I know. I'm like, I told her, I said, have a steak and a margarita. I need both. Stat. And Chris has been trying to get on here, but she's driving. And she's been having some audio issues. Let me see if I can get her back on here. Hold on a second. Okay, Chris, can you hear us? Chris? I don't think she can hear us. Can you hear us? Okay. Sugar.
Oh, there she is.
Yeah. Yep. We'll have to see if she can't figure out her audio in a little bit. Sugar. Okay, we'll try back in a little bit. Okay, I feel bad. I actually pulled over on the side of the road because I couldn't find a place to park tonight. So I literally stopped about 10 minutes ago, Kathy knows, and threw on some makeup, and here I am. So it's going to be a fun show. We're just going to wing it.
I've done that on my Wednesday shows. Make sure
Diane said, good evening from Tennessee. Kate says, hello. Mike Mulder says, hi, mate. And Sheila Long, who has lost her voice, says, hi, ladies.
Hi, guys. How y'all doing? Sheila, I hope you get the feeling better soon.
Poor Sheila. She's been suffering from a sinus infection and having a hard time. She's lost her voice, and poor thing. So
I hope she'll be ready for our show Wednesday, but if not,
we'll figure something out. Somebody will be on there.
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll wing it just like we're winging it tonight. It's called trekking. We have to wing it. And I apologize for the guys not having a show last night, but with our busy schedule, sometimes we're going to have a show, sometimes we're not. And last night, Justin wasn't available. Neither was James. And then Larry had to drive or had to get some sleep before he had to drive. So the guys' show is going to kind of be hit and miss right now. We'll try to do it on Friday nights, but it really depends on everybody's schedule because unfortunately trekking comes first. You know, these are trekking shows and that's how our schedules go. So I do apologize, but we'll try to get this fixed. Lori Leach says, hi, girls. Hello from Pennsylvania. I'm not sure who that is. It just says Facebook user. Could be Jeff, could be Dawn, could be Dutch. I'm not sure. Sheila said it really sucked because she's got her sinus infection. Diane says, hello, ladies from Oklahoma. I am in Oklahoma, Diane. Don't ask me where. I'm somewhere in Oklahoma. I don't know. I'm literally in a dirt lot. That was the only place I could find a park. But I am in Oklahoma.
And I am in Missouri.
Misery, that's what we always call it, misery.
Yep, you get it.
And Mike said, I'm missing feeling good or I'm drunk. Oh, Mike, I don't know what to tell you on that one.
Right?
Jeez. I don't even know why I highlighted that. Like, I swear. Oh my goodness. So how has your week been, Kathy?
It's been going good. Except for we had a load that was going to go to Florida. That was going to be there on the 28th, and it got snatched out from underneath us. And I kind of went off on his dispatcher a little bit, but I apologized to him. But I explained this, Chris explained the reason why I was upset because, got to pay rent. If I don't have it in there by a certain time, then they'll go and put an eviction notice on my door. And with our landlord, we have to pay it by money order. You can't pay it any other way. And so I was like, as long as I can get home before Monday morning and jump it in their little slot before they open, I'm good. But he's getting us home probably Tuesday. And then we'll leave back out Saturday.
Yeah, that's how trekking goes. We were supposed to be in Matt's, and I'm having a hard time highlighting stuff here. I'm sorry. That was Dutch, by the way, that said Facebook user. He said this is Dutch, and he's at Matt's right now. We were supposed to be at Matt's, but just like you, our load got canceled. And so instead, we wound up spending time with my daughter and my grandsons, which was fun, and I loved it. But man, I wish I could have gone to Matt's first. So many people I wanted to meet there.
You get to spend time with your kids and grandkids.
Yeah. And my phone is just not wanting to work today. It's like not unhighlighting and all that good stuff. Anyway, so it's going to be a fun show. So I apologize, guys. I had a hard time pulling over. I was able to stop, though, today, did some grocery shopping, and I got some Walmart gift cards for our Treated Trekker program. So now I've got Subway and Walmart, so they have a choice.
Every time we would stop at a Subway to get our cards, they kept on telling us they're sold out. They're sold out. So I was throwing Angie. Hi, guys. It's just me. We should be back. But so we decided we just got Walmart gift cards for the whole thing. So, but that's okay. We'll give them out, and then maybe next time we can find us a Subway that'll have them.
Yeah, what I've found over the last 2 years, as far as Subways go, especially in a truck stop, it seems like most of the time the truck stop Subways, they don't know how to activate the Subway cards. So we've had the hardest time. So usually I would get Subway cards like when I was at home. I just go to our local Subway. I don't know what it is about the truck stop Subways, but every time we try to get Treated Trekker cards, it's always been hard. And Dutch said he loved hanging out with the Underwoods.
Yes, I've seen him on some of the videos and everything. Awesome.
I know. She got to meet so many people.
How'd you enjoy being there, Dutch?
Yeah, it looked like him and Terry and Lori, they all had a blast. I'm so jealous.
Yeah. I know.
We're planning on getting a group of us together to go to the Iowa 80 Jamboree. That's in July. So we're actually going to be working on getting like some magnets and bumper stickers and stuff ordered so we can take them with us and pass them out. So that'll be exciting.
Awesome.
Yes. So if you guys don't know about the Iowa Truck Jamboree, it's in July. I believe it's the 16th through the 18th, and it's at Iowa 80, which is the world's biggest truck stop. What I love about that place is it doesn't matter what time of the night or day. If you pull in there, you're definitely going to find a truck spot. It's easy. The other thing about the Iowa 80 is you can spend hours in there. So they have one major restaurant, but then they've got like Wendy's and they got Dairy Queen, and there's 2 other restaurants in there. So plenty of restaurant choices. Plenty of showers. They're big. They're clean. Very, very clean. And then for those of you guys that are really into chrome, they have a huge, huge, huge chrome and Trex parts and like everything you could possibly want for your semi truck, from your mattress to your carpeting to chrome, is right there at Iowa 80. And then for us women who maybe don't want to be buying stuff for our trucks, they have gift shops in there. And I try not to take my debit card in there because I go crazy. Iowa 80 is ridiculous because I can spend a lot of money in there.
Girls don't like for me to go in there either. I got a hoodie from there, and I didn't realize it was like 50 something dollars that he paid for it. And I was like, sorry, but I was wanting a hoodie, and it's so nice and warm. I love it. But no, he don't like for me to go in there because I go shopping.
Yes, it's hard not to at Iowa 80. Seriously, I've stopped there just for gas and to run in and go to the bathroom and walk out with something. It's hard not to. But the showers there are really nice. There's tons of parking. And Dutch, thank you. Dutch said it's the 14th to the 16th, so I was wrong. But we're going to try and get some women from Trucking Safety Divas to go. I know Lori and I are planning on going. We're going to see if maybe Chris wants to join us and try to go there. Let me see if I can get Chris back on here. Chris, can you hear us?
I can hear you guys. It took me a minute. I was coming through. I'm coming through, or I just went through Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I've got the sun is beating right on me, and I was just like, you know what? Let me just wait until I get to where I can see. Hi, ladies.
I'm in Oklahoma too. I'm by Oklahoma City.
Yeah. We're in Sand Springs. Is that right? Sand Springs?
I think so.
Yeah. Well, in that general
Look at you
area.
driving.
Huh?
I said, look at you driving.
Yeah, I feel special.
You should. You worked hard for that.
Look at you go, girl. So proud of you.
Thank you. It's been interesting navigating these highways between traffic and but we're doing it. Justin's in kind of sleep.
Yeah, the road construction in Tulsa is a nightmare. Yeah. I forgot to mention, thank you, Sheila. Iowa 80 has a truck museum. It is not attached to the actual truck stop itself. It's off to the left-hand side, but yeah, the truck museum is really cool. And inside the chrome shop, there is 2 semi-trucks there on display that you can look at too.
That's one of my favorite truck stops, is the Iowa 80. Kenley's like that too.
Okay, do you have a problem going into the Iowa 80 and not walking out with a bunch of crap?
I have been fortunate enough not to have the finances to spend there, so I got lucky. I count that as a blessing.
Well, the only thing that I buy Chris is like shirts. I wasn't with him, but he bought me the hoodie. I believe it was for my birthday. He brought home the hoodie to me, and when I'm with him, I just bought a couple of shirts. I bought a couple of the one was I think it's a dinosaur bedroom slippers. They look like the dinosaur feet, and then one's a bear claw feet. And my animals do not like them, and Diesel will try to tear them off my feet.
So we were going to talk about our favorite truck stops, and we talked about Iowa 80. Another truck stop that's very similar to the Iowa 80 is the Joplin 44. It's off of Highway 40 in Missouri. It's right before the Oklahoma border, and it's very similar to Iowa 80.
We've been there that way. 40.
Kinley, I think, is a sister to Iowa 80. It is a sister. Huh?
Yeah.
Justin said Kinley is one of the sisters of Iowa 80. There's 4 of them, I guess.
Oh, I didn't know that.
God dang it. God dang it.
Oh. I got the picture.
Horrible.
Thank God for the air in our seats, right?
Say again.
I said, thank God for the air in our seats.
That too. Poor little Mia. She's probably got a concussion from bouncing up in her kennel. Sweet thing.
For y'all, I'm at a standstill. I don't get to move.
Little America is also a great little place. I don't remember exactly where. It's in Wamsutter, Wyoming. Thank God I've got my 411 in the back. But that's a great little place too.
I think that's the sister of Iowa 80.
Yeah, then that's what they were talking about. They got 4.
So there's one that Larry and I like. It's called Dottie's Travel Center. It's in Cuba, Missouri, and it's off the 40 in Missouri, and or sorry, 4040 Missouri, and it's at exit 208, and it is got a restaurant in it that's open. It used to be open 24 hours a day, but it's a full service like little cafe diner. Now it's only open till midnight thanks to COVID. But they have about 14 showers in there. They're pretty reasonable. I think it's like $11 for a shower, $12 for a shower.
Nice.
The showers are pretty big. Huge parking lot. Usually you can we've pulled in there at 2-3 o'clock in the morning and still been able to find a parking spot. But
Very
Larry's favorite is the restaurant. He loves their pork chops. So it's a really super easy truck stop. And the showers, I mean, they're not the nicest, but they're clean, and usually there's always one available, so that's nice.
I mean, when push comes to shove, ladies can't be choosers when it comes to a shower. Take it or leave it.
Is that the hillbilly hideout one?
Huh?
What'd you say?
The hillbilly hideout? That one?
Oh, yeah, that's at Workman's Travel Plaza. Yep, I love that one. That one is in Ozark, Arkansas. That's a really
cool there.
Yep.
Yeah. We used to go there.
The I-40 Travel Center in Ozark. Yep.
Yeah. I love that. That's one of my favorites.
Breezewood in Pennsylvania is also pretty neat.
What do you love about that one?
I like that it's multi-level. I love that it has Dunkin' because I'm a Dunkin' fiend. But the people there are super nice. It's super clean. You know, it's just kind of a nice little place to stop. Well, it's not really little. It's kind of a medium-sized truck. They've usually always got parking and convenient. It's simple.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. It's in the mountains, which I don't like, but I don't like the mountains. But it's pretty. It's pretty leaving up, as you're going like towards, as you're going east, you kind of come up and around and the view is just, it's beautiful.
I love truck stops that have a good view or like a good place to walk the dogs and stuff like that. So at Workman's in Ozark, Arkansas, they have a restaurant there called Hillbilly's Hideout. It's open 24 hours now. It was only open until 8 p.m., but now they're back to full service. It's now 24 hours a day. They also have a deli inside there, and a lot of times they have like ribs throughout the day and barbecue. But then they have the full service restaurant, everything from your breakfast all day to lunch and dinner. They do usually have a couple homemade pies. The showers there are pretty nice. They don't have a whole lot. I think they have 6 or 8 showers, and I believe the showers are $10, but they're big, they're clean, they're roomy. And that's another one that you can usually find parking there. And they have a really nice dog area for your dog. So if you're ever in Arkansas and you're on the 40, definitely check out Workman's Travel Plaza.
I'm succumbed by the beauty of my scenery right now.
It's hard. That's why I like driving days.
Yeah, Chris was telling me about one in Clearwater Travel Plaza in Clearwater, Minnesota, and it has an awesome bakery in it. I posted pictures of these long johns. I always call them long johns, and everything.
That's what we call them.
They were huge, and I didn't go in there and all. That's one of his favorites. He goes in there and eats. He wanted to stop in there long enough to get the 2 Long Johns and a apple fritter, and that was huge as well. And
Yeah.
I think we ate 2 days on the donuts and the apple fritter.
Yum.
Oh,
I love
yeah.
apple fritters.
Me too. I love any pastry, and they
Same.
love me too much. I keep gaining weight. Ugh.
Same. I took a few
My-
on the road when I came, just in case.
Oh my gosh.
It's
We went.
It's
We went.
awful.
Yes. We went grocery shopping today, and I tried to buy all healthy food. I'm like, this is getting ridiculous. I'm gaining too much weight.
Yes. I look back at pictures of like a year ago or when we first moved down to North Carolina, and I'm like, ew. Like, you need to do something with your life, okay?
Me too, girl. I gotta start walking more. I'm gonna start walking and just walking my butt off. Listen to music and walking. That's good therapy for me.
Yes. You'd think now that the weather's nice that that's something that we want to do, but I know you can vouch for it. And when we're done driving, the last thing I want to do is walk around the truck stop. I want to go in.
Oh my God, yes.
Stuff my face and go to bed. Like opposite of what we should be doing. Okay.
Absolutely, yes. Oh my God, I'm so tired by the end of my shift. I'm just like, sometimes I feel like I'm comatose.
Yes. And not even physically tired, just the mind is tired.
Yes. And I think that's what people don't understand, because they're like, well, why are you guys so tired? You're just driving all day. But you got to think the truck driver's got a million things going through their minds. We have to be alert at all times to all of our surroundings. They always say at least 2 miles ahead of you, all your peripheral vision. You got to watch what's behind you, what's on your sides. Then you got road construction, accidents. You're always trying to prevent having an accident, because four-wheelers sometimes are crazy.
I saw a truck today, not to get off the subject of the show, but Justin and I earlier saw a truck, and he literally, like, long story short, almost pushed a four-wheeler right into the margin. Like, how, not using his blinker, so it's not even, it's like 50-50 between the four-wheelers and the other truck drivers. Like, the mind is tired.
I hate it when they do that stuff.
Oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. Oh, did we lose Amy?
Chris was telling me about another one. It's Harrisonburg Travel Center in Virginia. It's got. He said when you go into the restaurant, it's got 1950 decorations all in
Where
it.
is it?
He said it's Harrisonburg, Virginia Travel Center.
Uh-huh.
And he says it's got 1950 decorations in the restaurant.
I want to say Justin and I'm not sure. Let me not say anything at all.
Yeah, no, that's me. I mean, like, haven't I been there before? Like, I'm going to ask him again. Wait a minute. We've been here before, right? Sure. We are actually stopping at Sapp Brothers in Harrisonville,
Oh my God, that's
Missouri.
my favorite.
Yep. Been there too.
That's my favorite. Please tell me that you've tried the toilet at Saps Brothers. That you've tried the bidet. The bidet.
I'll make a point the next time we go through there. But no, I have not washed my fanny after using the bathroom.
Girl,
Okay,
you ain't gonna
Justin
want
will be able to get you out of the bathroom.
You're not gonna want to leave. I was wanting to stay there.
No.
I was like, I'm sitting there. I'm going, okay, Angie's right. I don't want to leave it. I don't want to leave, but I got to. But I don't want to. And I told Chris, I said, we got to get one of them.
They have them at Walmart.
I know. Lori keeps threatening to get me that one at Walmart. So Dutch put on here.
I want to say I told her about it. I was like, oh my gosh. Next thing I know, she's like,
Yeah.
"Ooh, look what I found," and I'm like, "Coolest thing ever."
I told her, I said, please don't get it because I'll never leave my toilet.
Yeah,
So
I told
Dutch
him, I said,
I say Dutch put up here one of the truck stops I was going to mention. He said, I like Russell's truck stop on I-40 just into New Mexico after crossing the Texas border. Has a great diner, great grocery store, and great little museum that's cheap and lots of parking. And that was one of the ones I had. They have a cute little 50s diner inside there. Really good, affordable food. It's usually packed a lot, but you can always order your food to go. And then it's got lots of like NFL football gear in there, Indian stuff, lots of gift shop stuff. It's got everything you need as far as grocery items. And it's another one that's right there at the New Mexico Texas border on the 40. And it's got a huge parking lot too. So usually you're able to find parking pretty easy there.
that's no place we want to go to.
The sunset. I'll tell you, some of the key things, like in the truck stops when I go, is theme. Like you mentioned, the 50s theme, 50 decor. I'm a sucker for the 50s era. Like, I
Me
love
too.
everything about the 50s.
Me too. I love anything to do with the 50s. I'm an old girl.
Yeah.
Chad
man.
says,
The sunset.
I know. We're like in the same, it's setting behind me. I can see it in my mirror.
Like, it's right in front of me. And I'm just like, babe, check out the sunset. It's gorgeous.
That's the best part of driving, the sunsets and sunrises. And every morning you wake up to different scenery.
I love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
So Chad actually posted one, and this is funny, Chad, because the very first time I had ever been there was yesterday. I actually stopped there for my break. I'd never been there before, but he says a Sinclair it's a Little America in Flagstaff, Arizona. That's really nice, old school truck stop. And it really is. I stopped there yesterday for the very first time. I passed it a million times and I've never stopped. But it's got a decent sized parking lot on the right hand side, but on the left hand side, it's got a much bigger parking lot. It's got a cute little restaurant inside. The bathrooms were immaculate. I did talk to a guy who took a shower there. He said it was very clean. And Little America is known for their hotels and their bathrooms being immaculate. And most of the time, they're like marble and super, super nice. So, but I did stop there yesterday. The only thing I will say about the Little American Flagstaff that I didn't like is it's kind of hard to get back out of either one of the parking lots. So my advice to you is if you do go to the Little American Flagstaff, try to park in the bigger parking lot on the left-hand side, not the one where the actual travel center is at, because it'll make it much easier for you to get back out on the highway.
Is that me or you?
I love the Little America that we stopped at. I can't remember where it was.
Back over there.
I know. I love Little Americas. They're so nice.
That's all of a sudden I didn't have to go get over here.
Well, I think what about
Amber Hines says there's a restaurant on Route 66 called the Route 66, and it's set up like the 60s. See, I love anything that's got a theme like that.
Yes. And little knickknack gifts and little villagey type feels, and those are
That's over here.
Absolutely.
Where are you going to go?
I don't know, but
So there's a couple other truck stops that were mentioned on our group that I wanted to mention. Some of our viewers, we asked our viewers, what are your favorite truck stops? Share with us. So I wanted to mention some of them real quick. I wrote them all down. And I'm going to put them on Trucker Safety Divas after the show. Let's see. Harrisonburg Travel Center is supposed to be a really good one. It is a 1950s decor also, and it has a really good restaurant in it that I believe is open late, was what I was told, but that's in Harrisonburg. We talked about Russell's Travel Center. That's in Glen Rio, New Mexico, right on the New Mexico-Texas border. And we talked about Workman's. Also, we were told that the pilot in Oregon, Ontario, Oregon, has supposedly got an awesome Mexican restaurant, which I really never heard of a Mexican restaurant inside of a pilot, so that kind of intrigued me. Usually,
That's
it's always like Denny's. Yeah.
Mhm.
Right.
Let's see. And for those of you guys who like steak and you go through Texas, you can always stop at, and I just passed it, in Amarillo. What the heck's it called, Kathy? I'm losing my mind now.
Big Texan.
Big Texan. I just passed by there like 2 hours ago. So the Big Texan, for those of you guys who are truck drivers and you like steak, I have not been there. Larry and I, every time we want to, like today, we want to stop, but we're on a load where we can't leave the truck unattended. But anyway, there is truck parking behind it. But if you cannot park there, you can park at any of the truck stops there in Amarillo, and they do have a limo that will come pick you up and take you to the restaurant free of charge. Yes,
Yes.
free of charge.
Yes.
Chauffeur.
Absolutely. I know, especially if you're doing a 34, that'd be great because then you could go up there, have a steak, have a beer, and not have to worry about it. So,
Right.
They have
Exactly.
a gift shop there as well. So, and it's awesome there. I loved it.
and you'll see billboards the whole way going there for like an hour before you get there. They have a 72-ounce steak challenge. So if you could, but here's the catch, people. It's $72 for a 72-ounce steak. You have to finish the steak, the baked potato, the roll, 4 shrimps, and all of that. And if you don't finish it, then you have to pay $72. So
And
don't
it
do
don't
it
start.
unless you can finish it.
And it don't start after 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Right.
Yeah. Yes.
That's a big steak.
Okay.
That's a lot of food.
I know there's no way I could do. There was a girl I saw on YouTube that was like 23 years old, skinny as a button, and she did 2 of the 72-ounce steak challenges, and she completed both. I don't know.
I couldn't do it. It would sit like a rock in my stomach.
Yes. Chad brought up another good truck stop, and I was actually at this one this week myself because I was in Tucson, and that's the Triple T truck stop. That one is located off of the 10 in Tucson, Arizona. Right across from it is a Pilot. They have a very big parking lot. However, they do charge for overnight parking. You can park there for 2 hours for free, but they do charge, I believe it's $10 a truck for overnight parking, but it is a very large parking lot, way bigger than the Pilot's. They have a barber shop in there, and the showers are okay. They're up on the 2nd level. They're big showers, but it's okay. It's pretty humid up there, in my opinion. But they have revamped it. They're trying to redo the truck stop, and they have a 24-hour restaurant there. I believe it's called Omar's Restaurant, and it's a pretty popular restaurant. So that's another good one. Triple T.
$10 for parking is not bad. You pay for parking out of pocket anywhere else, and it's going to cost you what?
Almost up to $20. Yeah.
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 Yep.
I don't think people realize how much we have to, if you don't have points on your cards, how much you have to pay out of pocket for showers and parking and all of that. The truckers have to pay on a daily basis. It adds up. And especially when there's team truckers and there's 2 of you, and you both need a shower.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the reason why Chris always stops at a Love's truck stop for his showers and his coffee and his gas, because he gets platinums or something, or gold
Platinum status.
and it's unlimited showers.
Yep.
And so that's the reason why he loves going there all the time, is because he can get unlimited showers.
Yep.
Yeah. And each major trucking company has, or each major truck stop has got a different point system. But usually, if you get between 50 and 60 gallons per fill up, you earn yourself a free shower credit. The parking is different per location, such as TA and Petros. You have to be on like the tier 4 or the tier 5 in order to use your points for your reserve parking. So it's kind of a pain in the butt. Love's does not charge for parking. So, but the only thing with Love's is their parking's kind of limited compared to the rest of the truck stops like the TA, the Petros, Flying J's. So it's nice that they don't charge for the parking, but they also don't have as much parking as the other big wig trucking things. So Sheila Long said, my hubby likes the Flying J in Beaver, Utah. It has a Mexican restaurant in it. Ooh, I love Mexican.
Cool.
Yum, yum, yum. And Diane said that's what you call a professional eater when we were talking about the 72-ounce steak challenge.
Yep. Let's see. There's a mom and pop one called Big Cheese Travel Plaza in Fergus Falls, Minnesota. And Chris says he stopped there. He says like a mom and pop.
See, I like mom and pop truck stops. To me, I think the service is better. It's more personable. And I like supporting the mom and pop truck stops a lot better than the big corporate ones.
Right. And then he said there was another one called Coffee Cup Fuel Stop in Vermilion, South Dakota. And it has the sub shop in there. He says it's handmade. They hand make your subs. So I was like, okay, cool. I haven't been there, but like I was telling Angie before we came on the show, there's one favorite that's a go-to for me, and it's only 4 hours from where I live at, and it's in Florida, and it's called Jimmy's Truck Plaza, Red Onion Grill, and it's at 3167 County Road 255, Lee, Florida. And it's easy to find because there's a Love's truck stop right across the street from it. But I don't go to Love's. I'll go to the Jimmy's. And like I said, it's only 4 hours from me, so I hit it every time I go to Jacksonville.
Yeah. So, Chris, what's your favorite place that you like going to, or do you have one yet?
I'll be honest with you. I like the Little America, but I think still top of the line for me, and I know it's super cliche, but from what I've seen, I would have to go with the Iowa 80, and only because it's so big and there's so much there. It's like a mini mall for the truckers. You know what I mean? We haven't gotten a chance yet to check out the museum, but I can say that as far as hygiene, their showers are impeccable. Water pressure is fabulous. They smell good. Staff is friendly, and it's a good place for me to kind of, and Justin, to just sort of walk around and mingle. There's a lot to look at, a lot of little knickknacks. I love that they have a food court, so you're not limited to the restaurants or what's nearby.
Yep.
And the variety, I think, is really nice. Babe, check out this sun. I can't.
Yeah, Iowa 80 is best.
It is. I love it there, and every time if we're in that area and everything, he'll kind of tease me. He's like, well, Iowa 80 is close by. We're gonna stop, right? We don't have time. Then why do you tell me that we're close by it?
Well, I don't know if you heard, Chris, but Lori and I were talking, and we were going to talk to you about it since you love Iowa 80 so much. They have the Iowa 80 Truck Jamboree July 14th through the 16th, and we're thinking about going. So if you and Justin can maybe go, we could make it a six'em.
I would love to try. Who knows where dispatch will send us at that point? Maybe July 14th through the 16th.
Yep.
July 14th through the 16th is the Jamboree in Iowa 80. Angie and Larry and James and Lori are going to try to meet up, but they've got a little bit more flexibility. They have a lot more flexibility in their loads than we do. We're like, what? Okay. Yeah. We'll try, no guarantees. We're at the mercy of dispatch, unfortunately. We go where they tell us to go, and we don't get to question that. I mean, we do, but it's not in our favor ever to question their authority.
Oh, I know how that is, Chris. It was so bad. The office of Heartland in Iowa. So
I mean, we're no force dispatch, but really that's not what that means. You know that. Like, it's just, sure, deny the load, but then you're going to not get the ones they give you. So it's like, yeah. But we'll try.
my honey just told me. My honey just told me that he tries to go there every year, but it seems like he ain't gonna be able to make it.
Yeah. It'll be a crapshoot for us too, whether or not we get to, but I'm certainly going to try. So we'll see. I did want to make a couple announcements before I forget. There's still time if anybody is interested. Real Women in Trucking is still taking signups for the Make-A-Wish Foundation Mother's Day convoy that's going on. It's going to be in Lancaster, Pennsylvania on Mother's Day weekend. So if you're a truck driver and you would like to make a difference in your children's life, Larry and I are signed up. I know Lori and James are trying to get signed up, and you get to have a Make-A-Wish child go with you during the convoy. So it'll be a fun experience for them. So if you want to join Real Women in Trucking's Mother's Day convoy, it is for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. I will post the information up on Real Women are in our group, Trucker Safety Divas, and also on Married to the Road. Next week's show, next Saturday, we're going to be talking about storage solutions on the trucks. And I know that we already discussed this a few months ago, but there's new storage solution ideas that Lori and I have come up with. I'm sure Chris and Justin's got some great ones. I'm sure Kathy's got some. So we're going to do another show on storage solutions. And so we're asking you guys that if your husbands or if you guys have great storage solution ideas on the truck, be sure to post them in Trucker Safety Divas, and maybe we'll use it on the show next Saturday. Let's see. Is there any other announcements you guys can think of before I forget? I had a whole list.
What about your TNC?
Oh yeah, so Larry and I have been on TNC radio month and a half now. Every Tuesday night we've been on the show called Taillights, and I'm proud to say that Larry and I have been given the opportunity to actually take over that show on Tuesday nights. So now it's going to be Taillights with the Bombs. It should be going into effect in a couple weeks, but it'll be Tuesday nights at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern on TNC Live. You can also download the app to listen to it. It's a Houston-based trucking show. And our show is going to be about us interviewing truck drivers and having them share their stories from over the road. So if you're a truck driver or if you know somebody who you think would be great on our show, please contact Larry or I, because we're starting to make a list of who we want to have on our show. So that's pretty exciting.
It is. Congratulations.
That's exciting.
Yes, congratulations. And if I can, let's see, what's the word I'm looking for? If I can retroactive an IOU for your initial invite, I would love to.
Oh, you're already on the list. You're like, you and Lori, my top two.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. We're excited. I've been working with Tom Kelly for about over a year now on TNC. We've been wanting to collaborate for a very long time. We just couldn't figure out what we wanted to collaborate on. So this works out perfectly for everybody. And Tuesday nights seem to be a pretty good night for us. Yeah. So it's going to be fun. I'm excited. So I'll be posting all about that too. Lori, you can listen to it on TNC.live, or you can download the app through the Play Store or Apple Store. It's TNCradio.live, but I'll put all the information for you in Trucker Safety Divas. And then I don't want to forget, we are having a TikTok challenge in Trucker Safety Divas. We just opened up our very first TikTok account for Trucker Safety Divas, and so we're asking all of our members if you want to make a fun TikTok about why you like being in Trucker Safety Divas, or what you like about the show, or what you like about the group. And then we're going to pick a couple winners out of those TikTok videos, and they'll get a free shirt from Trucker Safety Divas. And we're going to feature their video in our TikTok. So if you've got a 30 seconds or a minute, we'd love for you to upload a video of Trucker Safety Divas. If you allow us to use it and we like it, we're going to choose it and you'll get a t-shirt. So, and don't forget to find us on TikTok, Trucker Safety Divas. And I've already posted the information in the group. So it'll be fun. We've only got a couple of videos up right now, but we'll get more. We're going to get creative here.
I'll do one. You broke up a little bit. I can go back and read through the chat and Divas, but just really quickly, Ange, you want us to upload a video like why we like Safety Divas? Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Why you like being a part of Safety Divas? Yeah. We're trying to encourage more people to come visit us and join. Let's see.
Okay.
And then before I forget, Treated Trucker has got our Easter fundraiser going on right now. We've got a lot of great stuff that people have donated, and all the proceeds from the Easter fundraiser will go directly into Treated Trucker. We're at 1,000, I believe, and 6 truck drivers that we have gifted in the last 2 years. So that's pretty awesome, and we'd like to see if we can't possibly reach 2,000 truckers by next year. It's a lofty goal, but we're going to try.
I mean, we've got over that. So.
Exactly. We got a lot of people helping us now. Hi, Victoria. How are you, sweetheart? Victoria Bevins Morris says hi.
Hello.
Hey, Victoria.
She's actually one of our new streamers on A Trucker's View. And I did want to mention also, we have another new streamer who's going to be joining us. You guys all know her. She was on the show last week. It's Terry, a.k.a. TJ Granny. We all love Terry. She's awesome. And she's going to start live streaming on A Trucker's View too. And I just posted the link to her page on A Trucker's View. So we're excited to see what Terry brings. And if you would like to join us and stream on A Trucker's View, be sure to contact us. We'd love to have you. We're trying to get as many variety of truckers and truckers' wives and truckies' family members to live stream on A Trucker's View, just to make it interesting. So it'll be fun.
New faces. Yes, and different scenery, and yes,
different personalities. I think it'll be fun.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention also Mona Beadle, who is in our Trucker Safety Divas. She also is going to be live streaming on A Trucker's View too. And Mona has got some really inspirational stuff. I love her. She's so uplifting, and she'll be sharing some really positive stuff on A Trucker's View. Lori talked with her this weekend at the truck show, and Mona is super excited to join A Trucker's View. So a couple new streamers coming your way. Make sure you guys check out A Trucker's View. All 3 of us live stream there. So does Lori. And so we're excited about where that's going to go.
Yes. Exciting. We need different, like you said, personalities, different views, just difference. We need that variety and the diversity.
Yeah, and I think it's nice that way, because everybody gets to see different versions of trucking, and what everybody does, it's different. So I think it's going to be fun. And Mona, she's a single female truck driver. Terry is a solo female driver too. Sometimes her husband's with her, sometimes he's not. Right now, Paul's at home taking care of her mom. So a lot of times it's just Terry and her dog Murph on the road. So you'll get to know them. And Victoria, she's a single solo driver also out there. She's kicking butt and taking names. So it's a nice variety that we're going to have at Trucker's View. So I'm excited about it.
Yes. I'm just excited for it to.
I know. Oh, well, this show didn't turn out half as bad as I was afraid it was going to, because I was like rushing the whole way. I was like the whole day I was watching YouTube videos on what's the best truck stops out there, because I wanted to make sure we hit all the big ones. And then, trying to find a place to pull over and park. Talk about trucking.
Yes.
Right.
See, I can't do all that research and stuff while I'm driving. Like I'm not that tech savvy. Like I can't.
And Victoria said that she's going back to work this week. She's going to try her best to live stream while she's under a windmill load. Yes, that's right. Victoria, those humongous windmill blades that you guys see on the back of flatbeds, that's what she hauls.
Awesome.
They
I
are
want to see
big.
that.
That's pretty impressive.
That is pretty impressive.
And I don't want to throw Victoria under the bus here, but I do want to say if you guys are not following Victoria, please follow her. She is super, super inspirational. She has had the toughest 12 months out of anybody I know and still has the most positive outlook in the whole wide world. That's the whole reason I wanted her on Trucker's View, because I love her personality. I love how positive and upbeat she is, even though she has faced some of the worst heartbreak anybody has ever faced in the last year, and she still is just the sweetest person ever. So if you guys aren't following her, you need to, because she will uplift you. She's great.
Awesome. I will look her up.
Yes.
Lori Leach said, "Oh, I have seen those on the road. I know, they're amazing."
They're big.
Yes. Diane said they are the huge, big windmill blades. I think I'd love to see how. I think I'd love to see how they get him on there and strap him down and all that. I saw one a couple weeks ago where he actually was turning a corner with one of the big windmill blades on, and he tipped over. The trailer tipped over on the side. I was like, "Oh,
those things are massive. They're a lot bigger than they look up there on those windmills."
Yes, and they usually have to have a pilot car in the front and the back because they're so long.
Yep.
Oh, Victoria. Victoria said, "Thank you for the family in here. You all are my lifeline."
We love you.
Yes, we love you.
Lori. Yes. And Lori is going to have a ton of stuff to share with us. She has met everybody from Trucker and Mrs. G to the people at TNC Radio to Terry from our group and Dutch. And she's met so many people. Her and James have just been in a whirlwind the last 3 days. And I've been loving it and watching it. If you guys haven't been watching it, go to Rolling with the Underwoods and you could look at all the videos that they've done. So it's been crazy.
Yeah, they've
I've been
got some
watching.
great stuff.
What'd you say, Chris?
I just said they've got some great stuff. I've peeped their videos and checked out their pictures, and I was excited that they got to meet all those people, and it kind of brings our family to a different reality when you see these people face to face, and it means a lot when you get to meet somebody. You know what I mean? Like,
yes,
actually talk to them outside of their stream or outside of their Facebook page or whatever group they're affiliated with. It's definitely awesome.
Yes. And I do want to mention, we all do live stream on a Trucker's View, but we also do try to take the time that if we are in your area and we have time that we can stop, we love to meet you guys. I know that we all try to do it this week. Chris and Justin were able to hook up with James and Lori, and they got to have dinner together and have fun. And it's times like that that means the most, when you can meet people out here that, are maybe streamers or maybe truckers, and just spend a few minutes with somebody who understands your lifestyle.
Yes, it's a nice break from reality, like to get off the truck and forget about what you do every day.
Yes. And Victoria said she's going to do her best to upload a video showing her loading and unloading. And she said that when she's got that windmill blade on, she's 250 feet long.
That's insane. 53 is enough for me. Thank you. She's one bad mama jamma, if you ask me.
Yes, and I do want to state that for the record, she used to do this with her husband, who sadly passed away. They did this together, and now Victoria is out there doing it by herself. You talk about one bad, mother trucker. That's Victoria.
Yep, she's a bad mama jamma, because that's all I can say right now. But
yeah,
exactly.
I didn't want to cuss.
When I met Angie and Larry in Albuquerque, it was, I don't know, I was so freaking nervous, and I knew there was no reason to be nervous. I knew that, but I was just so nervous and kind of I guess in a way, kind of starstruck. And
Larry,
but it was awesome. I loved it. I enjoyed it, and I hope I get to run up with her again and Larry again. And I know Chris loved it, and I'm looking forward to running up with everybody else as well. And I'm hoping some of the viewers.
Yes. I love meeting everybody. I actually, the way I met Chris and Justin is probably my most special and probably my most awesome memory ever because we actually,
don't make me cry.
seriously, oh, I knew from the moment. So Larry is a type of person where he does not like anybody helping him, especially when he's trying to back into a spot. And Justin came over because Larry was blindside backing. And as soon as I saw Justin come over, I kind of cringed because I was waiting on Larry to be like, "No, I don't need your help." But
All right,
Larry's
I
like,
can do this. I got this. Go away.
but Larry let him help, and Justin was super calm, and he helped guide us into the spot. And so as soon as we got pulled in, I looked at Larry. I'm like, we totally got to gift them with Treat a Trucker. So we went over there and we talked with them, and then we found out. So we gifted him with Treat a Trucker, and then we found out that we both had Verizon issues. So we were talking about all of our Verizon issues. And then later on, after we had our showers, we went in and had dinner. And then since then, we've been friends ever since. And I knew the moment I met them, I'm like, oh, these two are special.
You just clicked. You know, sometimes you meet people like that at random times and you cross paths for a reason. With, you know, good, bad, or indifferent. But when we walked back to the truck after we finally, like, because we chit-chatted for quite some time out there and, you know, in front of the entryway. But when you guys kind of did your thing and we went back to the truck, I remember Justin and I talking about it. And we were like, they're really awesome. Like, we could totally see us, like, you know, building a friendship and hanging out with them outside of like business. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I've loved every minute of having you guys part of our life. And when we go to Bordentown, I'm always like, oh, this is where it all began.
I know, that's exactly it. And then Kathy and Chris, seriously, I know you were nervous that night, but we really had a good time. It was like we sat down with two old friends, and it was like so easy to talk to you and Chris. We had so much in common. And Chris, as shy as he appears on camera, is not shy. He's quite talkative and he's very funny.
I believe it. I believe it. It's the quiet ones you have to watch out for. They're the ones that come out of nowhere.
Exactly.
Yes, and boy, when the quiet ones, you know, we got in an argument when we was at the motel the other night or last night. Can't remember what night it was. Might have been last night. But I mean, you know, words kind of exchanged and everything, and I knew it was both of our faults. And I was just sitting there, and I'm like telling myself, you know what? Just shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Let it stop. Let it end. Let it cool off. You cool off, and everything, you know. And he's been all day today. You know, he's been sending me little pictures and everything, telling me he's sorry, how much he loves me, and then he surprised me and bought me a little keychain that has a little pig on it that says "I love Missouri," and I mean he is wonderful, and yeah, he knows that once I get this puppy, I'm gonna have to stay at home because Heartland don't allow puppies. But you know, I told him, I was like, you know, I says it's not gonna be that long. You know, I know it's gonna be a year because I wouldn't go on the road with Diesel till he's 20-year-old. So, and I was surprised. I was amazed how fast that year went. So I can tell myself,
a year's a long time. I don't care how you look at it.
Yeah, a year is a very long time. Yeah.
It is, but I don't know. With me, I was, you know, sitting there playing with Diesel, training him, and just, you know, spending time with him and getting to know him getting to know me, and it was just, and watching him grow, and it just kind of went fast for me. and all.
Yeah.
But I get it. So I mean, this time around it might go slow because I'm gonna be wanting to be out here with him because I have fell in love with it. And I told him I was like, I wish I could just sneak puppy in
Well,
and
training a puppy on a truck, if Heartland ever lets you, it's a pretty easy way to train your puppy because it's a small, confined space. And it kind of makes puppy training a little easier.
I can vouch for that. Mia is doing fabulous. She pretty much rarely, if ever, messes on the truck. Now,
That's awesome.
yeah, I mean, she's starting to get her own little attitude, and she's starting to branch off to do what Mia wants to do. But for the most part, it's been a lot easier to like pad train her on the truck than it was for me to train Rio at home.
Yeah.
oh yeah, Diesel, he was so easy. I put that puppy pad down and he just went straight
You're
to
lucky.
it, and he still till this day. You put that puppy pad down, that's where he's going to go, and that's where he's only going to go. Now he's out in the living room with the rest of the dogs. I try to put a puppy pad down out there with him and all, but he'll have his accidents out there. But I can't get on to him out there because he's just having a good old time. But so I'm hoping this girl she'll do as well. Maybe she'll see what her brother's doing and do it.
We're losing her. Kathy!
Yep. We're losing her.
Come back!
Are you there, Kathy?
Am I
Nope.
here?
Well, I wanted to touch base with everybody and let everybody know that I did get to talk to Catherine last night. I know a lot of people have been asking and wondering where Catherine is. I had a very long conversation with Catherine. She'll be more active in the group as far as a member. She's back and she missed everybody. So she is going to be back in the group as a member. I don't know going forward, anything more as far as how we're going to include her in the Divas. It's kind of up to Lori and Chris and I to sit down and have a conversation. But I'm so thrilled that Catherine is okay. She's back. She's doing fine. She does have some health issues and she's got some memory issues right now that she's getting ready to go to the doctors and look at. So the reason I'm telling you this is if she comes back and starts doing videos and stuff, she is having a hard time remembering things and remembering stuff like that. So please be patient with her. We realize that, just like Tia, she's battling cancer. She's getting ready to go to a neurosurgeon to see what exactly is going on and what's causing this. But Catherine's had a tough couple months. I'm going to discuss with Chris and Lori and kind of fill them in. But I know that everybody keeps sending me messages and asking me what's going on with her. I want you to know she is back. She posted a little bit on Trucker Safety Divas yesterday where, we never kicked her out. She's always been a member. She just took a little hiatus. And so we're glad to see her posting again, glad to see that she's okay. As far as how we bring her back on the Trucker Safety Divas, we definitely will bring her back in some capacity, but Chris and Lori and I need to sit down and kind of discuss how we're going to go about doing that because we love Catherine and we love her positivity and we want to be there for her during this process. And I'm hoping we can get Tia on the show more and get her included too, because Tia, unfortunately, is battling cancer again, and she just got done with radiation, I believe, on Thursday. She got to ring the radiation bell, and now she's on to chemo. So please keep Tia in your thoughts. She posted a video in Trucker Safety Divas the other day about it. So just keep her in your thoughts and prayers. Both these ladies are battling huge fights that we know nothing about. We can't even fathom what they're going through. And so just remember to keep them in your thoughts going forward throughout the week. Maybe reach out to them and just say you're thinking about them.
Will do.
So, yes. And don't forget Wednesday show at noon, Trucker Safety Divas, Sheila and Kathy, and whoever else we can get on the show. It's just a casual conversation on Wednesdays. Feel free to join. we'll be back again next Saturday talking about storage solution ideas. And I'm not for sure if the guys will have a show next Friday or not. Again, it's just going to kind of be hit or miss. That just kind of depends on the guy's schedule. But I'll try to let you guys know as soon as I know. So hopefully we'll have a show, but we just don't know. It's our schedules are busy, and that's just the way it is with trucking. So
And they're always subject to change. Just at Kathy,
Yeah.
as you know, just when you think you have a direction that you're going in, it's up in the air all the time. I mean, you know, spontaneity is a key factor. I figured
Exactly.
out in trucking, you know, especially, you know, you might think you're going to be in one area when the show is live. You might be in a different area. Service issues, connection issues. I mean, things happen. You know, bad weather. Things happen. So
Absolutely. And we're all out here trucking and trying to make a living. And, you know, there's going to be some times where we're just not able to do the show. And trust me, we hate that we don't get a chance to do it as much as you guys hate it. But we'll try. And summer's coming up too. So just trying to give everybody a heads up. We'll try to do the shows every week, but it's not a guarantee.
right.
All right, guys. I think we've covered everything, and I will make, excuse me, I have a very long list I will put up on Trucker Safety Divas about all the great truck stops we talked about, and a few more I didn't get to mention, so that you guys have a list, and I'll put it up by state to make it a little easier for you, too.
Right.
And I think that's it. So you guys have an awesome week. Thank you, Kathy and Chris, for joining me.
Absolutely. I'm sorry. I had a little
Anytime.
Hey, that's trucking, right? That's the way it goes.
It is.
Absolutely.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for letting us see you drive.
What'd you say?
I said, thank you for letting us see you drive.
You know, I wish I could turn my angle, but you're welcome.
I know. I mean, how long have you been wanting to be a truck driver and now you're behind the wheel, you big stuff?
It's, you know, it's still a bit surreal to me, actually. Like, there are times where I'm just kind of tooling along and I'm like, wow, like, this is my life now. Like, you know, like, I really enjoy it. I really, really do. But I've always loved to drive. So, I mean, you know, being in control of this beast, though, that's definitely something to be said for. And the looks I get as a female driver, definitely top the cake. Definitely.
I know, that's the best.
Yep. You got asked by a girl. And what now? See on the flip side.
That's like the best feeling when you pull into a truck stop and you have those guys looking at you like, you're a female in a semi truck. You're like, yeah.
Right. Or the big husky guys that are carrying those like half mini trailers. You're like, you ain't got nothing on me, honey.
That's right.
Well, since I've been out here with Chris, I've been watching all the trucks, and if I see a female driver, I'm sitting here going, "You go, girl! You rock that! You go!"
There's a lot out there, more than you would think.
Yes, and I love it. I love seeing it.
Same.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, Dawn. Dawn Stanton's on here. She goes, my truck is faster than yours.
Probably governed ours at 69. We get passed all the time, but I can pass a few people here and there.
Ours is 65, but we've heard that they are going to be turned up, but we just don't know when.
Ours is, I think, 74.
Okay.
72 or 74.
I think they're going to turn theirs up to 70.
Well, here in Oklahoma, it's what, 80? It's been 80 a lot of, I'm like, talk about impeding traffic. I can't go any faster.
Yes, and it sucks.
It does suck.
And I don't think a lot of drivers understand that a lot of trucks are governed, and we can't go any faster.
I think I can.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Believe me, I have, since I've been out here a lot longer than what I have been out here with him. Usually it's just a month and I'm back home. This is the longest I've stayed out here, and I'm going to cry when I have to stay home because I don't want to stay home. I want to come back out here. Too. And I know. I want to stay out here with him so bad, but I have fell in love with it and I don't want to go home.
Hence, what really pushed me over the edge to finally act on getting my CDL was being out here with Justin. I was like, this is awesome.
Yes. See,
Now,
I wish I'd had that opportunity that you had, Chris, because you were out there. Because I got on the truck freshly out of CDL school, and I had never been on a truck before. I had never been out there, so I was like as green could be. So I wish I'd had the opportunity you had to actually be out there and experience it.
It's awesome. Like, it's
Yeah.
awesome.
oh yeah, I have fell in love with it. I have seen how good of a truck driver he is, and it's just I have sat here in amazement with him, and it just made me more prouder of him.
You gain
Absolutely.
a different respect for the drivers out there.
Yeah, I've always said if you're a trucker's wife who normally stays home and you can't truly understand what they go through on the road. So if you ever have the opportunity to go out with your husband or your wife, it could be vice versa, take that opportunity because then you can understand truly what trucking's like, how stressful and hard it is, and you get a better appreciation when you can go out there, even if it's just for a week or a couple days. I always recommend it. If you're a trucker's wife or a trucker's husband, and you have an opportunity and the company allows it, by all means, go out with your trucker for a week so that you can understand and appreciate and understand what they go through on a daily basis. I think it makes you appreciate trucking a lot more too. And you
Yep.
understand the stresses that they go through that maybe you don't understand just by having phone communication or video chats. So if you have that opportunity, take it.
And why they don't respond to your text messages right away, or why it takes them an hour and a half to call you back, or I
Yes.
used to gripe at Justin on a regular. What in the heck, blah blah blah. You said you would call me back, and like I totally realize it. Not that I didn't think it before, but like he's like, babe, I just got in the truck and I started driving, and I totally get it now. Like I totally get it now. It's a different world out here from A
Oh,
to Z.
yeah.
It is. Like I said, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry like a baby and
You'll be
everything. I never cry with him. I never cry with him when he leaves. But I am gonna be sitting there bawling, and of course I'm gonna try my best not to let him see it because I know
Oh,
that's gonna just tear him up
I
more.
cried every time. Yeah, I cried every time Larry left. I didn't hide it. I was like, boo! I cried every time he left. I hated it.
Well, like I said, with me, me and him was married, and then we got a divorce, and then he remarried, and that's all his. Well, they was in the process of getting divorced when me and him got back together, and then she passed away. But that's all she did to him was cry and cry, and that just he said that's one thing that just kept on irritating him was her crying constantly. And then she would get her family would call him up, and say, "Hey, you need to quit. You need to quit. You need to quit." And I haven't done that to him. I haven't cried with him. I haven't told him, it's me or that truck. No.
Well, so
He loves this.
So listen, Kath, there's a difference between crying and showing emotion and being a crybaby. There's a big difference. And that's
Oh, I mean,
probably what that was. Crybabies, nobody wants a crybaby. You know what I mean? Like, if you order their coffee wrong, they're going to cry about it, literally. Or, like, I was with one of those. You're crying because a piece of your heart is leaving and you have to wait for it to come back. I cried every single time Justin left.
Yes.
oh, I would get upset, but I just didn't want him to see it and everything. But the minute he walked out that door and everything, tears was just start. Oh, look at me! Ooh,
There were some times, yeah,
because I'm
there
already
was
thinking about that I'll be doing it to him in April, in May. That I won't get back on the truck with him because of the puppy. And
well, you come on to the Divas and you ask for support and lots of hugs, and we will send virtual hugs. And you cried
Yes,
out in the
we're
Diva
good at that.
That's right.
We got a couple comments. We got a couple comments I want to get to before we close the show. Victoria said, yes, it's not as easy as others think when we were talking about being a trucker out there and the other person trying to understand it. Pamela said, you ladies have a lot of courage to drive big rig trucks. That is so awesome.
Thanks so
And
much, Dawn.
Diane, yes. And Diane said, Dawn, it would take that trucker how many football fields for him to stop? Because she was talking about how she was doing 75 and she had trucks that were 100 miles an hour still passing her. Yep. And then Victoria says, cherish those tears. One day they won't be around to love you.
Oh my God, Victoria, goosebumps! Don't talk like that.
I know.
Well, Victoria,
She's gonna have me crying here.
well, guys, Victoria lost her husband just a couple months ago. It's very recent. So
Yeah.
she's very much in the grieving process right now. And she's only been back out on the road for just a short time by herself. And you got to remember, this was a job she did with her husband, and now she's doing it solo. And I'll be honest with you, I've looked at Victoria's life. I don't know if I could do what she's doing if something happened to Larry. So my compassion and my heart is like overflowing for her.
Yeah.
The courage that she has to go out there and do what she's doing is beyond. I don't know if I could do it. My hat's off to her. She's amazing.
Yep, I'm right there with you, Ange. I think if something happened, I don't know if I could do this solo. I wouldn't have cojones big enough to battle the world or the America solo.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's what a lot of people don't understand. When you are a team driver, you rely on each other so much for every little thing you can think of. You're literally a team. Your lives are in each other's hands. So when you lose your team member, it's like, I don't even know, that's going to be, not only was it her husband, but it was also her team member, her support. So, I mean, I just couldn't even imagine. It's a different world being not only a husband and wife, but then also being team truck drivers. It's different. I think it's a different bond.
Yep, I think you're right. Living it, being it, being a immediate reality for me. I think you're absolutely right.
Yeah,
I
definitely
know.
a deeper connection.
Longer.
If I lost Chris, I don't even know what I would do.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that's a reality a lot of our truckers have to face out there, and I hate hearing it.
Yep.
But I've got to get back on the road, guys, because to give you an idea about my crazy load that I'm on right now, we only have 13 hours to get to our location. We can't deliver until Monday, okay? Now, here's the thing. 13 hours, we can't deliver till Monday, and we can only stop for 2 hours at a time. So you tell me how I'm supposed to waste, like, I have like almost 24 hours I have to waste. I don't know how we're going to do it. Yesterday when we put the load, they told us that we had 4 hours. And then today they called and said, no, we've changed our mind. Now it's 2 hours. So we can only stop for 2 hours. So it's going to be like, nobody's going to get to sleep because the truck's going to be moving and then stopping and moving and then stopping.
That's the only way to do it. Yeah. Forget about running out your clock. You're not going to be able to do it.
Yeah, it's going to be insane. 4 hours is a lot easier than having to do 2 hours and stretch out. The 15 hours is going to take us to get there. So I'm driving like Miss Daisy right now, super slow.
That's driving the minimum speeds, Ange. 40 miles an hour, 55 miles an hour.
Exactly. I'm going to try and drag this out as much as I can.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Please don't forget to visit us at Trucker Safety Divas. We'll have our show again next Saturday. We're going to be talking about truck organizational tips. If you or your husband or somebody that you know has great organizational tips on their truck, please post a picture. Let us know. Maybe we'll use it next Saturday in our show. Don't forget to watch the Wednesday show at noon. And don't forget that you can watch all of us on A Trucker's View. And if you would like to join A Trucker's View and live stream with us, please be sure to contact us and we will get you set up and started streaming because we would love to have a variety of people on A Trucker's View. So I think that's it. And don't forget to visit Treat a Trucker because we all have gift cards, and we're all passing them out to truckers, trying to make a difference. And we'd like to reach that 2,000 goal by next year. So we'll see.
We'll get there. We will get there.
We'll get there.
All right, guys. Thank you for being on the show, and be safe.
You're welcome. Thank you. You
Bye,
guys have a good
everybody.
night. Bye, Kathy. Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Be safe,
Love y'all.
everybody.